Hello everyone, it's Farket here. This is the last part of the full release update, and this one covers spoilers. So there's your spoiler warning. Now I'm going to start with the least spoilerish thing, and that is creative mode, which allows free building and without animations and such. Now the default creative mode has no enemies in the world. If you go to custom and you scroll down to the bottom, you can activate creative mode here. By default, it's got all the stuff on. So group placement, no cutting spawn, instant tree chopping, God mode, etc. Group placement is a new feature that you cannot currently get with mods, which says they place everything you have in hands at once. So I'm guessing that was a bit of a typo. Place everything you have in your hands at once, so the R is unnecessary. I recommend doing it this way because then you can go through and fix up the things you want. For example, if you go normal creative, you're not going to get enemies, whereas here, I can. Now the first thing you'll notice is that you start somewhere else and it skips the whole intro sequence. Now it appears to be the same place every time, which is actually really close to the beach starting location. I don't know why they've picked here because it's not flat and it's a bit of a strange spot, I think. You also start with Kelvin and Virginia near you, and they're both at 100% affinity, I think, or 100 affinity, which means they like you. Virginia won't run away. Kelvin does everything you ask him to do anyway, so I don't think that matters. So flying over. Okay, so I was a bit off, but so it's near the yachts, which are down there. See where Kelvin is? This is the starting spot. I suppose you've got this flat area here. This is a spot you could build, but there's the beach starter location down here. And then you got the forest, which is over there somewhere, and then the snow one, which is over there somewhere. I think they could change it to the golf course. I think that's a better place for building. I'm flying with the Red Loader mod, if you're wondering. And you start with a partially filled inventory. These are things that you're going to use in building. So like batteries, solar panels, ropes, bones, sticks, and that sort of stuff. You do start with the new artifact, which is very spoilish, I guess, and I'll get to that. It's also got a new mode, a toggle mode, and you press X and you see these giant items. These are your logs and your stones. So if you get them, you got them like that. I'll turn cloud shadow enable off because that's just too dark. See, that's how much shadow the clouds create, if you're wondering. So you press X to switch between them, and they don't run out. So it's got no animations like that mod that I've recently shown on my channel. And the group placement thing is like that. That's part of it. And then if you want to, you can place like that. Instant placement of all your things that you've got. The blueprints now have instant build mode, so it won't build instantly, but it'll build like this. So just like the forest. And there you go. I think that's a better way of doing it rather than using instant book build. So a foundation, I'll place that. And then you can place other foundations off it. If you hold down shift, be able to place multiple ones. Yeah, so the problem with instant book build is that if you make a mistake, you have to pull it all apart and it can take time. Well, it's better to hold down E. Instant book build, if you're wondering, is a console command. If you type in cheat stick into the game, press F1, you can type these in. If I then place this like that, it'll be instant. You get things like this, and I don't know why that can't be placed. There's no reason from what I can see as to why that can't be placed. And if you pull apart a structure, it doesn't fly everywhere like it normally would. So your pieces won't be going everywhere, which is a cool feature. Probably the best thing about creative mode is actually building with stones, because it places whole lines like this. And the floor, that is so much better than the way it was. Stone building's been really improved. And if you want to place it, just right click, it changes the direction at which the floor is going to be placed. And also building with thing, you got this. Now it's strange that they put the group placement in the starting options. I don't think it can be changed here. Let's have a look. Gameplay. Skip building animations, creative only. Never. Oh, wow, they actually added it. That's very impressive. I thought it was just limited to creative mode. I decided to go and test this in a normal game to see if you can build without animations, and you can. So you no longer need the mod for this to happen. You just got to beat the game first. I think it's okay. It is a reward. If you're more serious about the game and you want to build more, then you do want to turn animations off because it does get very repetitive. I did address it in a video I did a little while back, talking about how it's cool after the first 10 times and 100 times, but after it starts getting to 1,000 and 10,000, that's when it's a problem. So if you wanted to place 2 instead of 4, you're probably just going to do this and just place it one at a time, then like that, if that's what you want to do. And that's fine, because you can just go around and pick them up and they'll disappear. I think. I'm very impressed with how they've handled creative mode. Initially, I had no idea how they were going to be able to pull it off, but they have. It will be very fun in multiplayer with building, I think. Also, the requirements are gone. I can't see them down the bottom left of how many resources I need. Yeah, Calvin can build these too. He's not here, so I don't know if he'd instantly build them like we can. Another thing it allows to, which is really cool, is that it opens up all the blueprints. So every blueprint is now accessible here. Because normally it's quite a pain to go find these. The game doesn't want to hand them out to you. Now next I'm going to cover the 3 new mystery structures, which is this one, and this one. God, the darkness and difference between standing in the light, it's quite a lot. Now this first one here, if you don't know, is a teleporter. And it's linked to this new item here, which is the artifact. You've been collecting pieces for it probably a while. If you're new to the game, then get ready for a lot of going around the map and collecting it. It uses Solafite as ammo. So you activate this teleporter. If I go anywhere on the map and change the mode, click, it will teleport me to that. I don't know how this is going to work in multiplayer, if there can be only one active teleporter or if multiple people can have teleporters. I don't know. This is definitely a good way of getting around the map being absolutely ginormous. And it suits the world lore too. I think it fits in the game. So this has been executed very well. I'm very impressed by this. This can be placed on structures by the looks of it. And only one can be active at a time, so you can't just put these everywhere on the map and go teleporting everywhere. This will be excellent if you don't like caves, because then you can just get out whenever you want. So if I activate this one, it deactivates this one. I activate this one, deactivates that one. And the next 2 mystery structures are Attract and Repel. I don't know what the specific name is for them, but I believe they do opposite things. They like using skulls, so get collecting the skulls. Now, this one doesn't take Solafite, so I think this is Attract. And this one costs Solafite, probably to keep them away, but let's have a look. Let's test this out. Yep, here they are. So it does attract them. And this is day 1, and they're Franks by the look of it, the super aggressive one. Good thing I had God mode on, otherwise I'd be dead. So I think doing this will spawn Solafite in your inventory as a reward for killing them. And also the reward is the things that you can do with their bodies. If you turn that off, we activate this one. Add character. And it looks like they're running away. Now, add character is still disabled as far as I know, because they don't want you spawning in things that will spoil the game. But the mod Red Loader adds it back in, which is really good for YouTubers making videos, because for testing purposes, it's excellent. I'm going to test if it... Why is it spawning in 2? Does it work on mutants? Let's see if it does. I've got no idea. Nope, they don't care. So take them down. Maybe it's meant to work, I don't know, but by the looks of it, it costs Solafite. I don't know if it gets used up. I think realistically it should. So you can't live in a passive thing forever. I don't know what happens if you activate both at the same time. And the last feature this thing can do that I know of, because I don't think it can kill enemies like it can in the end sequence, but you can Solafite-anize structures. So this is probably an answer to like what I wanted in my request video before the game came out, was to add reinforcement like iron. So now it's this instead. So toggle structure resistance debug on. It's a bit of a long term. So this floor with the Solafite has 3,600 health. Without the Solafite, it has 1,800 health. It doubles the amount of resistance something has. Now, as far as I know, everything can be upgraded. I guess that's a term we probably should use. I think it uses 1 Solafite per upgrade. Okay, so I upgraded the couch and the water's only changed. The deer skin's still the same. So I'll just double the health of everything. So it might be worth doing it for defenses or anything, but it does give the game some longevity. You'll be able to upgrade your entire base if you want. Yeah, so it works on traps as well. It looks kind of cool, to be honest. I don't know if it will affect performance because it is more of a reflective material. I've got no idea. As far as I know, this cannot be used to kill them. Yeah, as you can see, it's used 1 Solafite in the time I've been chatting away. Now, for getting all the artifact pieces, I can't show you exactly where to find them. They're all underground in caves and not very easy to access. It will take a long time to get. However, if you do have Red Loader, you can use a console command. It's a custom one made by Tony Macaroni, and it's go to pick up. And then you type in space, artifact piece, and you go A through to G. That is a cheating way of getting it. But some of these pieces are in really annoying places, like Cave D, for example. Now, this go to pickup will work for every single piece, except for part F. And the reason part F won't work is that you actually need to finish the game and select the ending that allows you to continue playing. And then this cave will unlock and you climb down and get the last piece, then you can make the artifact complete. So as you can imagine, the utility of this artifact very much encourages players to go and complete the game to be able to unlock it. Now, for all the mystery structure blueprints, the ones that I've already shown you, they're all located in above ground caves, so you don't have to go crawling underneath through mazes and caves to find these. They're quite easy to find, and every one I'm showing here has a GPS marker of where they're located. Now, as mentioned with Red Loader, you can use the go to pickup console command for this one. Names are Blueprint Teleporter, Blueprint Repel, and Blueprint Attract. So these ones are quite easy to find. You've just got to make the trip to go get them, and they're definitely worth it. Especially the teleporter, that's the main one. Speaking of the teleporter, it's actually in a cave below a campsite, one of those Jinju camps or whatever it is. Now, in one of these tents is a night vision goggles. I did not know this, and it's very useful to know this. Now, another thing that was added in the full release that I didn't really cover is all the new story items and pickups and stuff. But there's so many, it would take me ages to go through and find them all, and it would just spoil it. Now I'm going to start moving into the story stuff. I'm going to start with this new video sting that is in the food bunker. It's actually at the boss fight section. I'll let it play here and you can watch it if you want. Just realizing now that this has no sound at all. So I thought I was going to let it play and not speak at all, but here we are. The rest of the video is quite disjointed and such. I didn't know how to edit it, and I've been sitting on it for days trying to figure out how to work it out. So after this one, I'm going to play all the voice clips. I went through the whole game again. I did it all normally so I didn't skip any voice lines. There's a lot, so I'm going to start and name where each one is so it makes sense. Now I should mention this is for people who have already beaten the game and just want to see the new stuff, because this is what I'm mainly going to show. I'm cataloging the changes. This isn't a story analysis or to show you what the story is doing. So if you've never played the game, this is going to be really confusing for you. Now the first one is when you just start the game. There's no changes to the starting sequence except for this.
Now who invited you here?
Next is when you go into the food bunker. When Asian man goes to run away, he says a line.
Looking good, Mr. Pumpkin.
Now this is the first time you meet Timmy, and this is in the entertainment bunker, and he has his new voice lines.
It's not safe here. You're running out of time. It's gonna happen again. You have to leave.
Now this is the scene when you find Timmy and Eric. They added some dialogue to Mr. Noodles.
Little mutant Timmy, all grown up.
The next time you run into Timmy is when he's trying to get into the golden door.
There's gotta be a way to open this. A key. Something.
Now this is a change. The armor no longer works on its own.
No, we're missing something.
There is a blueprint right next to the door. Now this is called armor plating. The other one's called item plating. You need to use Solafite and put the armor in here and upgrade the armor. The waves of enemies that it attracts are a lot worse than the item plating. So be prepared for this one. You're gonna be defending like hell. Unless you build it on an island, of course. And then once that's done, you go back and put your arm on the thing.
There's gotta be a way to open this. A key. Something. Something's happening. It's working. Stay close.
This is the player and Timmy running through the Hell Cave. He has a few lines he says along the way. I'm just gonna cut everything but them.
What is this place? They're not like the others. So many bodies. This looks old. They just keep coming. What happened? Oh God.
and then you gotta fight the demon boss. Timmy doesn't really help you kill this thing, so you're gonna have to do it on your own still. And then you've got the ending part. They made a change that Virginia and Calvin are now wearing the clothes that you have them in. They don't just show up in their default clothing. Calvin will always show up, Virginia won't unless your affinity's high enough with her. And that affects the ending you get too. Once you kill him, you can progress.
It's time. No, 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 no! 15, 14, 13, 12, 12. I've seen this before. I saw it in a dream. This was supposed to fix me. It's making me worse.
And this is where you fight the second boss. There's a couple of lines of dialogue in there, but that ending massively changes.
What did you see? What did you see? What was in the cube? What was in the cube?
Now the cinematic that plays when you start to leave is really gory, so I'm gonna have to cut it. I'm gonna upload it in a separate video with both endings attached to it.
Okay. Oh god, they're coming.
Basically the artifact activates and kills all the mutants and
They're
such.
getting closer. We have to leave. Quick, get in.
What is that?
And then Timmy tells you that it's trying to get you to stay and he wants you to leave. So it's a lot better this ending.
Don't go near it. It wants you to stay. Don't listen to it. They're coming. They're getting closer. We have to leave now.
But after this it plays the end cinematic.
I need you to help me. It's getting worse. Look at me. Look at what I'm turning into. I need your help.
I've told you I can't help you.
And what about with this?
Solafite? Where did you get this?
Once that ends, the credits play, and during the credits there are 10 images in total that show you what the aftermath is of this game, and it's definitely setting up for a sequel or an expansion. This is the ending if you choose to stay.
Don't go near it. Don't. It's drawing you back in. Don't touch it. It wants you to stay. Don't listen to it. It's gonna leave without you. Don't! You're on your own. Good luck.
Now, if you do end up staying, Timmy and Eric piss off, and you've now got the artifact, and now you can continue playing the game. You go up to that beam of light, and that's the new cave that's opened up to get the last part of the artifact. Now you're gonna climb down here and get all the way to the bottom to find the artifact. And once you've got it, you can now craft it and do all the things that I showed you earlier that you can do. No matter which ending you pick, I think you do get creative mode. I do think you should make a tent after killing the demon boss and save there. There probably should be a save point there to encourage players to save, but there isn't. And they made some changes to the end credits. There's a lot more names in the special thanks. Anyway, that's it. That's all the parts of the full release update. I'm gonna combine them all and make them into a big one, just to make it more consistent. I'm gonna do a conclusion and a verdict at the end of that video, because I'm in a rush to get this one out, been extremely busy. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.